Why is it that the most beautiful thing I've seen all day is the skyline from my high school's parking lot? It reminds me of two shattered pieces of glass trying to fight each other at the broken edge, like my perception of religion versus my view of the world. There's a thick gap in between filled with my sanity, yet they both failed to realize they derive from the same pain. It perplexes me how I write all these prayers to God in my poem books in hopes that I can find myself somewhere in between the lines, but I can never seem to piece together the mosaic of letters I'm supposed to see my reflection in. Because my life is held independent for Tim Khalif wrote with. He wrote with the original fountain of youth that flowed with the heterogeneous mixture of soot, glue, water, and my death, so that an African king might find his heritage and write it down for the generations to see.
Come on.
Why is it that no matter how many times I watch Penny Flame get doused in bodily fluid, I can't make myself happy as a man anymore? Because watching her face collapse upon itself in orgasm used to give me 2 minutes. 2 minutes of peace. Now I can't even get that. I guess I'm just now coming to the realization that no matter how colossal one's phallus seems in a text message, sexting can attract a woman the same way your heart can. Why is it that I can tell how long my dad's been on the phone with his mother by calculating how much she's drank that night? Like bottles of blackberry Merlot, Arbor Mist on the rocks can delete the resentment my grandmother has for my uncle, or at least soften the punchlines from coming through the phone. Why is it that all my friends have lost respect for me since I started doing poetry? Like imagination expressed in verse is a terrorist to their coolness, so they decide to drop verbal bombs on my dignity. My prayers shaped like planes into their hearts to let them know how much they inspire me. You know, it's ironic, because they leave way bigger bruises than I do, and this is my life. It's strange how I want to write poems on my inner wrist with razor blades. I want to see if my blood is as black as the ink I used to lie about myself on stage with. I want to see if I look better out of the skin that I'm in. I want to know what it feels like to have self-esteem and dignity at the same time. You know, when I was little, I used to pick daisies and weigh them. So when I died, I wouldn't be surprised by how much I was pushing. Before I wrote this poem, I was at the intersection of Dudley Street and Lee Street, and I had made up my mind that I was going to put my foot down that acceleration pedal and shine my headlights into someone else's until both of our cars were as mangled as my current state of mind. I bet my mother's thankful I was having an out-of-body experience. Honestly, if I hadn't wrote this poem when I got to Dudley parking lot, you'd probably be reading my obituary instead. B-Rob, he always asks me why I write. I guess I can finally answer his question. God.